Last night I felt so empty. There's some nights where sometimes with the moon, I feel as if my body is just like glowing yet translucent. And I kept on having these visions, as I'm lying there in bed of like a bucket of water, like dumping water that just goes right through me. Like visualizing like being so empty that the water just passes through and almost like cleanses the illusion of solidity from my mind. But that was
That's
fun.
beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Everything is already empty. Solidity is just imaginary, it's an imagination. Everything is just nothing. There is nothing that is really solid. Everything is energy. And there's no separation. There is nothing that is separate from anything. If it seems as if there is a real separation, that's just a story. That's just an appearance. Which is in itself is already just empty. There is nothing there. Every story is already empty. There is no one here and no one anywhere to get, to find, or to become anything. There's just this, which is already empty. And it's already everything. There's no dividing line. There is no one here to find totality or lose totality. There is only totality. And these words as well that are being spoken, they're already empty. In the story, it may seem as if they mean something, but they don't really mean anything. And there is no one there or anywhere to understand these words or to get the meaning. There can be a resonance. Something may seem to resonate with what is being spoken, what is being spoken, but there is no actual separate person that can resonate with anything. So everything is this. Every spoken word, silence, thinking, sensations, worry, no worries, good mood, bad mood. It's just an expression of wholeness, of everything already. So there is already nowhere to get to. But in the story, it may seem as if there's somewhere to get to. There's something to know. There is really nothing to be gained here. But there can be what seems to be a loss, something. There may be some thing that seems to disappear, but it's never really disappearing because there is really nothing here. There can be an illusion of disappearance of something that never even appeared. So there's no one to find this. There's no one to see this. There's no one to get closer to this because there's only this. This is already everything. This is already what is being longed for. Even the longing itself is just this appearing as a longing, appearing as somebody, as what seems to be somebody longing. But there is no real actual somebody who's longing for anything. It's just the totality appearing as that. So the illusion of getting something, of losing something, is already an expression of this. Everything is this already. And there is no one to know this, because there's just this. This is already. There is already no journey. There are no steps to follow. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to let go of. There's nowhere to get to. There's just this. Just like the sun is always shining, even when there are black clouds or dark clouds, white clouds, yellow clouds, it doesn't really matter. The sun is always shining. It may seem as if it's not shining because of the clouds, but above the clouds, the sun is always there, shining effortlessly. It's not trying to do it, it's just shining. So this is more like a sun. It is always shining effortlessly. There can be stories circulating or floating by saying, oh, it's no longer shining. What's going on? It seems to be dim. There's no sun. All those are just stories, but the sun is always shining. Those are just stories that seem to be floating by. Yet, in this case, that which is shining and that which appears to be stories is the same. There's no difference. There's no separation. It is the story appearing in this as this. This appearing as the movement, people talking about different stories, people fighting, trees moving around, rain, thunderstorm, everything is already just this. Even talking about the wholeness is wholeness already. Even trying to understand what is being spoken is already wholeness. Even thinking that we are not yet there is already wholeness appearing as thinking, is already that which is being longed for, appearing as thinking that I think I'm not yet there. There's nobody to be there or not there. There's just this. So that which is looking for this, for wholeness, for totality, is already nothing. So it can never really find totality because it is already totality already. There is no dividing line. There is no separation. There is no you and this. There is just this. Appearing as a you looking for this. So what will be the end result? So there's nothing to be found. There's nobody to be whole and complete. There's just wholeness and completeness already. So this doesn't depend on the events or situations for it to be what it is. Events or situations may seem to happen, but this is never affected because it is already that which appears as different situations and different events. It is nothing being everything already. So this can never be hurt. This can never be bothered by anything. This can never be destroyed. This can never die because it has never been born. This isn't a thing that can be held in view, that can be seen, that can be grasped. Yet, seeing, grasping, holding is equally this. It is this already, expressing as that. So there is only completeness. There is nobody to be complete. There is nobody to find completeness. There is only completeness. There is no time. Time is an illusion. This is the unchanging, appearing to be changeful. This is the unmoving, appearing to move. This is the undying, appearing to die. But there's no real death because this has never been born. Therefore, it never dies. It is not a person, it's not a man or a woman or a human being. So there's no death to this because there is no birth already. Bodies can be destroyed. Bodies can feel pain. Bodies may be obliterated, but this is always the same. It doesn't feel pain. It can never be obliterated. It can never collapse. It's always the same. It's not a man. It's not a woman. It's not a thing. It's not a living organism. It's just the way it is. It's nothing. It's not special. Yet specialness may seem to happen in the story. Somebody being special, somebody thinking that somebody is special because of what seems to transpire. So everything is equally just this wholeness, completeness already.